Hello everyone. I hope you guys are doing well. Myself Tanvi Yavle, host for today's session. We are here to take off to another amazing session of solution challenge. As in previous session, we got to know about solution challenge where we have to make our own project and gather ideas, which is so exciting. We will be discussing the 17 sustainable development goals, giving away resources and getting a sneak peek of the next event. We will also be covering the first two phases of a design sprint, understanding and defining the problem statement. Finally, we will have a Q&A session and wrap up with how to connect with us. Let's get started. These are the speakers for today's event. Ruchita Wagh, Technical Lead, Umesh Sonone, Technical Team Member, Pranjal Satpute, WTM Team Member, and Tanvi Oli, me, Events Team Member. Now, I would like to invite our amazing speakers Ruchita and Umesh, who will be guiding you throughout the 17 goals.
Hello everyone, I am Ruchita, Technical Team Lead.
Hello everyone, my name is Umesh Sonone. I hope you are doing great. So now you know that the solution challenge is basically for the providing solutions. But solution to what exactly?
So United Nations has defined 17 sustainable development goals and you have to create a software based or IoT based solution or project that will make impact on these 17 goals. So are you excited to know the goals? Put that in the chat box. So the first goal is no poverty, which aims to end poverty, that is people below poverty line who don't have jobs. This happens mostly because of lack of education and also COVID adds on to that. So we can resolve this problem by providing opportunities for people and educate them for getting jobs again. We can develop web apps like Naukri.com or Glassdoor, but for labor workers and other small jobs. So next up we have the second goal, that is zero hunger. There are a lot of people who don't have enough income for buying food every day. This goal aims to provide access to sufficient food for everyone. For that, we can create an app that allows leftovers to be handed over for the NGOs for the hungry people.
Now the next one is good health and well-being. Now this goal is for the promoting the healthy living for peoples of all ages. Now there are some peoples they are not be able to afford the hospital bills. For these peoples we can make the charity or NGO and giving the donations. Okay, we have to make the software based solution. So as like Google Pay or Phone Pay, we can pay our electricity bills in a single click. In same way, you can create the website for the NGOs, and it will be helpful for the peoples to donate to do the donation in more easier manner. It also includes the vaccination for the kids. Now, in earlier in a pandemic, we have used the COVID app for the COVID-19 vaccination. You can implement the solution as like that one. Now, the next one is quality education. Now, this goal is for to ensuring the inclusive and equitable quality education while providing the learning opportunities to all. Again, in a pandemic, the all things are in online mode. At that time, we have mostly used the Google Meet and Google Classroom, and these are for the quality education. Now if you have used these applications, then if you think if you add any xyz functionality in it, then it will be more effective to provide the quality education. Then you can go with that one also. Okay, now that xyz functionality refers to the new feature that you are thinking right now, and it's totally new and unique.
Moving on, we have the next goal, that is gender equality. This goal is designed to promote equal opportunities for men and women. As we all know, women have been always seen less in the industry or political work. So we can make an app that allows to provide financial support for women and encourages them and helps them to bridge the gap between the opportunities for men and women. So then there is next sixth goal, which is clean water and sanitation. So a lot of people in our country don't have access to clean water and sanitation. That leads to various diseases and creates health risks. So an answer to that can be an app that locates clean water resources, or provides necessary sanitation information.
Now the next goal is affordable and clean energy. Now it will ensure to access the affordable, sustainable and pollution-free energy. I of one factor that exists in the market. If demand is more and supply is less, then price will get increased. Means it is most costly. Now if it is most costly, then it is not affordable to everyone. So we must balance both things, both demand and supply. Now in our day-to-day life we are using the air conditioners, lights. Indirectly we are using the electricity, and we know the electricity is also the energy. Now if we use unnecessarily more electricity, there will be the it less of it, and the demand should be high also. Now then what happen, the cost of electricity will increase, and it is not so good. So how to solve it with the software based solution? Now, to solve it, we can create the software-based solution that will manage the IoT applications and give which having the functionality of automatically turning off lights and fans. As like you are, as like in your college time or office time, it will be helpful for you to turn off the this thing off. With the help of that, you can now save the electricity, and we know what will be its outcome if we are saving the electricity. Now the next one is decent work and economical growth. Now, this goal is will ensuring that adequate employment for all, and it should be the long-term inclusive economical growth. Now, the employment is directly proportional to the economy of that country. Now, if most people are earning, then most people are the most people are paying the income tax. Now if income tax or any other taxes, then it will be indirectly beneficial to the economy of that country. That's the reason if we are making any solution, it should not make the people as a jobless. Instead of that, we can make the solution as it will create the job opportunities. For example, if you are making the database centric software solutions, and now you are implementing it on the large scale, then to manage the database, you are now creating here the job opportunities. That's it.
Now, the next goal is industry innovation and infrastructure. So, to meet future challenges, our industries and infrastructures must be upgraded. It promotes innovative, sustainable technologies and ensures equal and universal access to the information. This can include a system that allows needy people to request donations from companies, and the companies can provide donations to the needy people. Again, there is reduced inequality. God, why are there so many inequality problems? Sorry, moving on to the main topic. So the next goal is reduce inequality. So to reduce inequality, we want to provide equal access to opportunities, services, energy resources to all. This includes inequality for people below poverty line and reduction of poverty that will ensure equality in all. This can also include mute or deaf people having equal access to all resources. For example, when mute people want to buy something from the shopkeeper, it it is really rare that the shopkeeper will know the sign language. So an app can be designed to interpret the sign language into the human understandable language for better interaction for the mute people.
Now the next one is sustainable cities and communications. Now it's something sounds like the smart cities, right? Now this goal is focusing on the building safe, sustainable, and modern cities, and also the human communities. Then now you can make the project for the safe housing in slums, and we can get the example of Zomato here also, because in application like Zomato, it includes the factors such as shopping, eating, and drinking locally. It also supports the neighborhood businesses that keep the people employed. And in earlier goal, we know that what is the importance of employment. It also circulates the money back into your community. It means it is also beneficial to our community. Now the next one is responsible consumption and production. Okay, now it focuses on the responsible consumption as well as development of better production system. Okay, now in our day-to-day life, we are using lots of products, and some of them are made of the plastic. And we know what are the drawbacks of plastic if we are using it. So instead of manufacturing new plastic, we can easily recycle it, and again we can use it. So for it, you can make the supply chain as like the Amazon works. So you can collect the unused plastic products from the customers and store it in your warehouses, and according to need you can supply it to the manufacturers. Same way the Amazon works. So Amazon collects the products from the sellers and store it on their warehouses, and and as a customer like us, if anything we are purchasing from Amazon, they will be delivered that product from their warehouses to our home. Same way you can implement the supply chain for the plastic products and any other also. That's it.
Moving on, we have climate action. The sudden changes in climate can lead to climate related disasters. So, urgent actions need to be taken to combat the climate change. When climate related disasters occur, people have to move to different places. So, a system can be created that will locate free shelters nearby, or people in safe places can put up their locations to make their homes available for people affected by the disaster for few days. Now, the next goal is life below water. Healthy oceans and seas are essential to our existence. The drinking water, weather, much of our food, and even the oxygen air that we breathe are regulated by the sea. We must protect them by eliminating pollutions and all protect all marine life around the world. For example, an IoT based application can be developed that collects data from the seawater using the sensors and analyze the pollution details and provides suggestive measures to the people.
Now, here we have discussed the goal for the life below the water. Now, what on the land? So, next goal is life on the land. Here we can make the more efforts to protect the terrestrial ecology and biodiversity as well. Yeah, we can reduce now in our day-to-day life. We are using the paper, pencil, and pencil is the made of wood, right? So that wood is it's depends on the trees, and we know what are the importance of trees in our biodiversity. So instead, if we reduce the use of papers here and avoid printing and substitute it with the software applications and carriers such as Google Docs and Google Sheet, etc., so you can make the real world application like Google Docs, Google Sheet also. And the another aspect is to use of the recycled papers, plastic, glass, metal, and old electronics as well. In last one we have discussed about the supply chain for the plastic materials. Same way you can implement the supply chain for the recycled paper, glass, metal, or any old electronics as well. Now the next one is peace, justice, and strong institution. Now this goal focuses on the strong, effective, and accountable institution that must be created to ensure a peaceful and secure environment and justice for all. Now, if you have any kind of project idea with respect to the this goal, you can just think about it and you can now implement it now. That's it.
So, the next goal, last but not the least, we have the next goal, which is partnership to achieve the goal. While building this solution, you can partner with companies with the same goals and provide a better solution. So this comes under 17 goals of sustainable development. Now you'll ask how we can build solutions for these goals. Don't worry. To make things easier for you, Google has provided some really cool resources for inventing your solutions. These resources will help you learn the fundamentals of Google technologies that you will be using in your solutions. So these are the resources that Google has provided. So first up, we have Android Basics Compose course. There you can see you have different units that cover the basics from creating the first Android app to the layout and app architecture, and also schedules the background task for the app. You can go in any unit and explore the pathways. There you'll have different exercises for learning the Android Basics Compose. So next up we have Firebase, which allows to build and ship apps on the cross platform. And then we have build apps with Flutter that allows you that shows you the courses for creating your first Flutter app and also introduction to the Dart language. So you can explore this for learning and create your solutions. And then next up we have neural networks with TensorFlow. And then we have built actions for Google Assistant, which allows you to create advanced actions for your assistant. And then we have data engineering and analytics and web pathways. So these are the resources that Google has provided. You can use them and create your beautiful, innovative solutions.
Thank you, Umesh and Ruchita, for beautifully explaining all the 17 sustainable goals. Now, let's see one of the example made by our own college students called Annapurna, which will be elaborated by our next speaker, Pranjal Satpute.
Thank you, Tanvi. An Annapurna website is one of the best example which achieves more than one of the sustainable goals. This website was developed for the Google Solution Challenge 2022 by the students of RH Sapat College of Engineering. This site bridges the gap between the donor and the one in need. It allows us to donate money, food, and clothes, thus covering no poverty and zero hunger goals. As mentioned, one of the main motives of the site is to help overcome the health crisis like malnutrition, which is also one of the sustainable goals known as good health and well being. Currently, we are viewing the home page of the site where the problem, solution, and motives are all stated. Also, by clicking on Donate Now button, another page opens up asking for the payment details. As this is all online, it's a quicker way of donating. On the same page, we can see a Be a Member button. By registering, a member can contribute daily or once a month as they see fit. This is the support page where they have briefly described their goals and vision. We can also see that there is a donate drop down list present where we can choose what we want to donate, like money, food, clothes, or all three. If the donor have any query or simply wants to get in touch with, they can send message through the contact us page. Well, you might be wondering, where is the Google technology used in this site? As it is a challenge mentioned in the prior event. Two of the things we have yet to cover on this site is the login and the registration, where the Firebase is used. Firebase is a Google technology which provides detailed documentation and cross platform SDKs to help you build and ship apps on Android, iOS, the web, C, and utility. Also, make sure to make allowance for more sustainable goals to be covered impactfully in your project, as the chances of getting into top ranking might be higher. This creates a win-win situations for us as we get prizes and also help in improving our society. Can we have the QR code for the site? Yes. QR. Okay. So you can also scan this QR code site for the Annapurna website and have access to the site. Thank you. Can we move on to the next topic, please? Now, without any further ado, let's hop on to our next topic of our agenda, that is design sprint. In the design sprint methodology is a 5-day process for rapidly solving complex design problems and creating functional prototypes. The design sprint was developed by Jake Knapp at Google Ventures, and it has been since widely adopted by companies and organizations of all sizes to solve a variety of design problems. Sprint word itself refers to the covering of an area in a short period of time, which is also applicable here as we save much time using design sprints. It allows a cross functional team of stakeholders, designers, developers, business analysts, and product owners, and encourages the communication between different teams. There are a total of 6 phases. First phase is understand, second is define, third is sketch, decide falls under the fourth phase, followed by prototype, and the last phase is validate. Now, let's dive deeper into the first 2 phases, which are understand and define. Phase 1 of the design sprint is understand phase. This phase is focused on understanding and gaining a deep knowledge of the problem that the design sprint is trying to solve and the people who will be impacted by the solution. This involves learning as much as possible about the people who will be impacted by the solution, including their needs, behaviors, and motivations. Also, identifying potential solutions by brainstorming. This can be done by using many methods, such as lightning talk method, where participants are usually given 2 to 5 minutes to present their idea related to the solution of the problem. As they work against the clock, it forces them to quickly come up with creative and innovative solutions. Another method is how might we method, which is a useful method to capture opportunities during lightning talks and throughout this phase. It's important to explain to your team how the HMW process works before lightning talks begin. This method looks for the opportunities rather than solution. In conclusion, phase 1 is all about understanding the problem and listing out opportunities from it. As for us developers, where there is a problem, there is always an opportunity. Now, let's move on to our next phase, which is define phase. It's where we set the goals and objectives for the rest of the sprint. During this phase, the team outlines the problem they want to solve, identifies the target user for the solution, and defines the key metrics for success. Defining success metrics is a crucial step in design sprint for the team to effectively solve problems together. This starts by identifying a goal, like what are the problems we are trying to solve. Next is picking up signals like change in users' behavior or opinion. This could mean that the team is successful in their goal. Finally, to measure how much change has occurred in the user's behavior is metrics, which can be obtained by surveys with users and log analysis. Additionally, the define phase often involves creating a HMW or how might we statement, which we have already covered in the first phase, and summarizes the team's goals and objectives in the positive and solution focused way. Overall, the design phase is crucial for ensuring that the rest of the sprint is focused and effective, as it sets the foundation for the team's decisions and action in the later days. Over to you, Tanvi.
Thank you, Pranjal, for beautifully explaining the project and design sprint. I know you guys are excited for the next session, so am I. We won't keep you waiting. We are going to have our next session soon, where you will get to share your ideas and discuss them with the amazing mentors that will be assigned to you very soon. And we will be sharing more ideas if you don't have one. So stay on and start to think about the blasting ideas. Finally, we will have a Q&A session. Let's get started with Q&A session. If anyone have questions, you can ask in the chat box.
Don't forget to fill the registration form if you haven't already for the solution challenge.
Okay, guys, you can post your questions in chat box. Anyone having question? Feel free to ask, guys.
I think no one has any kind of doubts.
They are smart people. So
Yes. Okay. For any doubt, you can connect with us on our website or on Discord. You will find the links in description box. Okay. Thank you guys and stay tuned for the next session. If you have any doubts, you can go on the description box and find the links of our
hey,
websites. Thank you.
not to mention the sneak peek. So are you guys excited for the sneak peek? I guess we are we have we know that you have so many ideas, but if you want to explore more, we'll be assigning you guys a mentor that will help you and guide you for the further project. And we'll be also giving you new ideas if you don't have one. Thank you.